Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see.
Watched Orleans Parish Jail. Deputies say everyone involved got medical attention and their conditions are being watched. While details are still limited, the sheriff's office says this is a top priority for both inmates and staff. The sheriff's office releasing this statement saying, our priority is always the safety and security of both the individuals in our custody and the deputies who serve this community. We are taking this matter seriously and will continue to investigate thoroughly. We're told there will be more information once the investigation wraps up.
Wow, guys, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. As you can see, Miss Susan Hutson's jail is back going in. It's crazy to me that they keep putting an eye on Miss Susan Hutson and what's going on down there. It drops all the time, man. Shout out to WD and that's SU Channel 6, man. They basically, they watching her like a, I don't know why. OG, you there?
Man, right here, what's going on with it? It's hot, it's hot. But see, this ain't just started in New Orleans County Jail. They've been up and they've been having catastrophes since 2005. It's been an ongoing battle. So Susan Hutton shouldn't have to take the brunt for all of this, but because she's a black woman in authority, anything that go on, they're gonna blame her. What about the sheriffs that were the superintendents over the jail before she took it over?
Oh, gee, here we go back to the black and white for sure. But if she was any cop, letting 10 inmates out, letting people out on, I mean, you know, they breaking out of there, the staff going crazy like that, any color you was, is going to be some issues with that. Any color.
But if it had been a white man that was the superintendent over the jail, they'd have said it was a terrible misunderstanding and these blacks are manipulative and that the jail security is still, they would have stood behind a white man. It would have been a whole different situation if it had been. They just yesterday, I think it was in Utah, Salt Lake City, Utah, home of white America. This man killed 2 police out there, 2 white police. A white man killed 2 police. They had SWAT there, and the family talked him down, and he went into custody. That would have never happened to a black man. Every black man that ever killed a police never went to court for it.
OG, now you know and I know that this situation is totally out of control in New Orleans. And for you to compare that to what's going on in Utah, what the heck is going on in any other system? You said it yourself. Ain't nobody ever seen no 10 inmates break out of jail like that nowhere else. And you gonna now sit and turn it to a black and white thing in Utah. I don't want to hear that. I don't even want to hear that. There's no way, OG. It's not the same thing.
It's the same thing, because if it had been somebody else in administrative, they wouldn't have let the 10 go, and they would have minimized the effect and made sure that they protect the upper echelon. Susan Hutton had to take the full, I take responsibility. I wouldn't have said nothing. I'd have said, not my job, man.
This time, if you look at Susan Hutton, she sets out a statement. She says, we are taking this matter seriously and will continue to investigate thoroughly. That's what Miss Susan Hutton said this time. Now, Miss Hutson has had some issues, and every time something happens, the matter is not given out in time, a timely matter. This one, I believe she was a little bit more keen on the fact that they're trying to play games with her. So she got it out real fast. When she seen this incident was happening, she didn't wait. She didn't hesitate. She got the information out there to let everybody know we got a stabbing going on down here, buddy. And this stabbing will not be the end of me. And I will be watching this with all eyes on deck.
No. She had to get it out immediately because 4 of them had to be transferred to an outside hospital.
Oh, so that's the only way she told it, OG?
That's the only reason.
So if they had to be, they could have been treated inside, she wouldn't have said nothing. Is that what you're trying to tell me? All that staff and everybody out there, don't you know they'd have said something, man?
how
OG,
technology got. Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but you got an echo for some reason. I can hear myself when I talk.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I can hear you get fine. It's just I get an echo, a little feedback, and I ain't never got that before. You somewhere else this morning, or you got me on speaker? What you got going on over there?
I got you the same thing I got every day.
You must be at one of them girls' house today.
There you go. See, there you go. You're all in my business.
And there's something going on. You ain't in the same spot. I can tell just as good you ain't at home. You got something going.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I'm in your business because I know how this phone work. I call you every day. Why wouldn't I know?
You're exaggerating, Eve.
All right, let's get back to it. OG, you telling me that if this was any other case, any other place, it'd be the same thing or it'd be different? Because you got to understand, Miss Susan Hutton's under scrutiny because of all the stuff that's happened that transpired to get to this point. And I think you're basically trying to make it out as if Utah would have did this. It would no, anywhere that there's been this much stuff going on, there would have been some issues with it. Somebody would have lost their job, no matter how you look at it, black, white, or indifferent.
It didn't start. It just didn't start. I'm just saying she out of job. She gonna be working at Walmart. I'm just saying that it didn't start with her administration. If you look at the history, they've been having ongoing. When she got the job was in turmoil. They had a man going out to New Orleans every weekend getting alcohol. He did a video with a gun in his cell. It wasn't, but you didn't hear about that on the media. It's just coming out now, unlike it was under her administration. That was in 2009, before she even got on the job. But it wasn't a big to do about that. It's always been problems in that jail.
Susan Hutton says our priority is always the safety and security of both individuals in our custody and the deputies who serve this community. Do you agree with that?
Yes, I agree with it.
So you feel like she's she's exhausting all her resources to make sure she takes care of that jail, especially now that everybody's broken out of it and the whole damn world is looking at it. Do you agree with that? Do you feel like she's doing her best to keep this thing under wraps?
Just the same thing. Here we go again. They want, under a black administration, they want you to turn water into wine. They would have been gave somebody else a gang of money, but as soon as it was her, they didn't held up the funds. They didn't done all these other things to minimize, they're not going to give you the things that they would give anybody else. So it's all about finance. It's about what can you do with what you work with. They always make us want us to use our resources and do what we have to do with no money at all. You feel what I'm saying? So that's just the difference, and it's just like that,
Well, I'm gonna be quite honest with you, OG. I got to out you on this. I hear car doors and everything opening up at this time of morning. You out doing the honeydew stuff, and I'm gonna call you out on it. And I'm just gonna be real with you today. You're not slick. You're not slick. We done caught you. We done caught you. You out early in the wee hours of the morning in Los Angeles somewhere.
I'm in my office
doing stuff he ain't got no business doing. But we're gonna get back to it. You out creeping tonight. I know what's going on.
No, sir. Incorrect.
You was creeping tonight, and I caught you. And you always talk about how you on Rosecrans. No, you not on Rosecrans this morning, and I can hear it in the background.
No, sir. I'm on Finger Hole.
No, it was a honeydew. It was something going on. It was a woman involved, and I know it. You need to take your butt home.
Go back to Susan Hutton, bro.
I got his ass.
It's America. This man is a mess.
That nigga was out this morning. We caught him.
Oh, yeah.
so OG. OG, I caught your ass this morning. Boy, you out doing something you ain't got no business. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. 3 in the morning, you ain't worth a shit.
You can't tell America what I'm doing. I'm an old man sitting in my rocking chair, bro.
OG, back to Susan Hutson, man. Back to Susan Hutson, man. Will she be able to make it through after all this is said and done? When the smoke settles, I think now that you've seen she's handled her business with those inmates. It could have been 10 people get stabbed. It only was 4 to 5 people had a little altercation.
It had nothing to do with her.
So does this help her, the way she jumped quickly into position, made everybody aware of what was going on, handled her business? Do you understand what just happened? Basically, now this turns the whole thing around, right?
No, it doesn't. It makes her look worse, because now what they're saying that you should have did better security. How did inmates get weapons to stab each other? The damage is already done. It's nothing you can do with Susan Hutson. It is
something you can do with her. Derrick Groves come back into play, and this whole scenario changes in Susan Hutson's favor. If she could find Wu, then she could probably keep her job. But right now, she's on the chopping block.
If she found Santa Claus, it wouldn't change her status right now.
I think that she'll be just fine. OG, I think you're taking this a little bit out of proportion. I think she's been showing up to work every day, which is 85% of the job. She's been showing up.
She's showing up because she's getting paid. It ain't like she volunteering.
Yeah, but she's coming to work. She hadn't thrown in the towel. She's giving it her just due. There's been killings. People been let out of jail. I mean, all kind of stuff happened down there. Of course, the stabbings just not recently, but there's been a lot going on while she was in office, and she's still standing. She's still there, and that says a lot.
She's on her knees right now.
She's not on her knees right now. She's standing. And when you look at the guys who got stabbed, they probably saying, dang, man, it would have went worse if Miss Hutson hadn't jumped into position and got us the help we needed.
No, they getting ready to get on the stand and say, if Susan Hutson had gave us a bail, we wouldn't have been terrorized by them gorillas.
That's what they gonna say.
Yeah.
OG, it's very odd that somebody, as I stated, it's very odd that in the county jails, four people getting stabbed. That's not normal activity in the county. Usually you hear more about the stabbings in Texas, in the South. For me, it is in prison, not down in no county jail like that. Things are out of control down there in the county. I've talked to a couple of those guys that went into that jail, and they said it's different at that damn jail, man. Down in New Orleans, at Parish, it's different. Orleans Parish different.
That's right. I agree with that. I really agree with it.
I think the main thing you have to keep in mind, OG, is that Susan Hutson and Kirkpatrick, all these people are working and doing the best they can with things that they've been had. Every case is different, but this case right here, they gave it the best shot. I think she can do another term. I think she can straighten this out. I don't want to just fire her. And if Ann Kirkpatrick keeps her job, I think Susan should keep her job. And she's right now sheriffing it up, buddy.
But Olive Oil is going to have her job. Susan Hutson will be in Walmart by September.
I don't agree with that. I think now that all this stuff is going on, she just turned this in, and she was there in the nick of time. It could have been a lot worse if she hadn't been there. You know that, right?
No, it wouldn't have. It would have been the same, because they had to transport 4 people to the hospital, and there's no way that you can get ahead of transferring people to the hospital. The only reason that it took them so long when they let the wrong inmate out, because they tried to keep it in-house and tried to nip it in the bud, and it went backwards on them.
Okay. She's basically investigating thoroughly this situation now, as far as for this stabbing. What is she going to find out? What is there to investigate, and what is she looking to prove in her investigation after the damage is done?
She can't prove nothing. That's smoke screen. It's the same dudes doing what they're doing. and more than likely it was black on black, gang orientated. So that's just the tide of the time. It's not going to change a thing.
We are taking this matter seriously and will continue to investigate thoroughly. Like what happened.
Don't that sound weak? We're taking this matter seriously. You should. You got people staff. How they can? Why? It's called preventative measures. They should have had cell shakedowns every day going through themselves, but they don't have the manpower. They don't have the wherewithal in order to go through the jails. 90% of the staff are black now, so you know they don't appreciate the work that we do.
Well, here you go. You go right back to it, man. There is a disarray. There is a unorganization going on in this jail, man. It black, white, or indifferent. This jail is having things happen that ain't no other jail basically having it to happen like she having it down there right now.
Because now they got ex-welfare recipients, little black girls working in the jail that's ugly, couldn't get a boyfriend, trying to get a husband up in this jail.
So you saying that they try to get a husband in the New Orleans jail?
In the New Orleans jail, bro, they ain't got nobody.
That's how come Wu was able to go with old girl with the long neck.
Easy. These are homely girls. They find they can get welfare to work and get to be a jail guard and all them men in there. I don't care if she look like a fried gorilla. They gonna woo her. Oh, baby, you fine. In California, they hire in the jails straight out of the military. Them white boys, and now they got Mexicans that come and ain't taking no shorts. They having what it is. When you get girls in a man's facility, there's always chaos, unquestionably.
Well, I gotta agree with you on that, OG, and I really don't even near about ever agree with you, but that sounds right there, and it did. You didn't put no black or white in it, so I'm gonna agree with that. But at any rate, these girls and these guys are trying their best to hold New Orleans Parish together, or Orleans Parish. Sheriff Susan Hutson giving it a hell of a go. Guys, get behind her and re-elect her, guys. Let her get back in there and swing at it again. We didn't have these problems until here recently after 10 men had broken out. They got them all back in, except for one, the notorious Derrick Groves. Wu is long gone. Yeah. Wu is out of there. And there, wait a minute. And they did spot him working at a convenience store with a wig on. Now I will say that. They did spot him. I'm being honest. He was disguised as a woman, and it went viral the other day. I meant to tell you about it. And she was standing there. He was standing there with his Easy Mart working attire on, and you wouldn't have never knew it was him. He out there checking and cashing people out, OG, at the Easy Mart, and nobody knew it was him because that's how deep his disguises be.
See,
what?
I just talked to Wu the other day. He's sick of you talking about him in a wig.
He had a wig on, a quick weave, and he was disguised as a woman. I'm telling you, it looked just like him.
Wait a minute, what the hell you know about what? A quick what?
It was a quick weave. You could see he had just threw it on his head. That's what a quick weave looked like, where he looked like it had his, you couldn't tell it was his skin versus the wig, like it was his real hair. And he disguised himself to the utmost.
Man, you married men know a lot about women.
OG, I'm not gonna go there with what we heard in Vegas. I'm gonna be honest with you. Don't try to put me in that damn category just because Wu had on a damn quick weave, nigga. I'm not trying to hear that. I know where you was going with it. Don't compare me to what your people going through. Don't compare me to what your people going through. No, I don't do no woman hair like some people I know. Now, don't make me out you. Don't put me in your business. That's a family thing y'all doing up there. Shout out to Las Vegas. I'm not gonna play with you. Don't you dare go there.
You was just cooking Malachi some peanut butter and jelly.
No, I cooked him a banana pudding. That's my son. That's different.
Okay.
Been doing it ever since he was born.
He was cooking dinner for the
I'm gonna get off here. I'm not fooling with you today, man. Listen, man, Susan Hutson, man. Susan Hutson back on the high chair behind stabbing that goes on in the prison, man. And man, it's crazy. We had to let you know we've been following this thing ever since the boys got out, and Wu's still out. If he had got captured, we wouldn't have been talking about it no more. But since Wu was still out, the conversation is still on, man. Check it, man. Listen, man. If you're still watching, man, know that hey, Travis Hunter, man, and his old lady, they got a lot to say about what's going on with their marriage. And Travis Hunter had a message for everybody. You can see that message right here. Boss Talk 101. Make sure you download that app right now. Reviews.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see me.